Matt Flynn. I'm the Senior Planning Manager for the City of Davenport. I started my career in October of 1981. I came to Davenport in May of 2006, so coming up on my 10-year anniversary. I think if you asked any planner, they can't describe a typical day, which is, I think, is one of the good things or rewarding things about the profession. There's always something different to do, particularly if you work for small to medium-sized cities where I think planners more and more are being asked to do more of a variety of tasks. I think in Davenport might be a little bit unusual that it is a pretty politically charged environment. Every 2 years, the mayor and all 10 alder people are up for re-election. So it seems like here that we're constantly in kind of a political and campaigning mode, and sometimes it can be very difficult to get initiatives, maintain momentum with initiatives. I think one area where that's been a particular challenge in Davenport is implementing our transportation plan. We have what I would consider a state-of-the-art transportation plan that incorporates all the best practices you can name out there. Took a long hard look at parking in the downtown. We wanted to look at our transit system. We wanted to look at the street network. Part of that, we wanted to look at, the bicycle transportation network. It was a big plan. It was an expensive plan, but we've had very limited success in maintaining and establishing momentum and implementing that plan. Largely because we've had a few council people that are, let's say, opposed to particular aspects within the plan, yet fail to see that the plan is, it's more of a holistic document. Some may think by just accepting the plan and not adopting it that we're not doing anything with moving forward with it. We are, but we kind of have to be either selective and maybe a little stealth in the way that we're pursuing that. Now, I think once we have the new council seated, we may want to revisit that again and say, look, ladies and gentlemen, we need to adopt this plan. I think a good planner is able to kind of assess who they're dealing with and adjust their communication skills appropriately. So much of planning is interpersonal in nature. You can't really learn how to deal with people through reading a textbook or things, and recognizing that individuals they're a very important part of the process, but they are just part of the process, and the key to be effective is kind of finding your own niche and being able to apply yourself. The things that we've been able to accomplish in the Hilltop Campus Village have been pretty significant. It's a project that I've been involved with really from the beginning. I grew up in Bettendorf. Much of central Davenport was just an area that I drove through. Didn't really think much about it. But when I came back and decided to live in central Davenport, just seeing the potential, the strategic potential of the Hilltop Campus Village being between Palmer and St. Ambrose, along major transportation routes adjacent to downtown, just having strong civic anchors, both religious and educational. I just saw a lot of potential there. Me coming back to a community that I grew up in, and not only having my experiences elsewhere, but having kind of a planner's mind, being able to see the forest through the trees, and seeing potential. I think it motivated me to move things along to get us where we're at today. I was made aware that the state was going to be expanding the Main Street program to urban neighborhoods, and I thought right away that this would be a perfect fit for that area. We did a older commercial corridor study, but then working with a pretty fragmented group of business owners, property owners, people with the institutions up there, and putting together an application to the state to become an urban Main Street program really was the spark. There have been some very positive changes in that area, both physically as well as I think emotionally. I think first of all it has name recognition, but I think people see it as an area to invest in, and we're seeing new development occur. I think it's been successful first of all from the strong support of citizen groups. I think having representation from Palmer and Ambrose, Davenport schools, some of the larger churches has helped sustain that effort over the past 8 years. And I think it was important to point out at the time that this was going to be a long-term process. And I think people bought into that there were going to be wins and losses, but overall just trying to keep pushing forward and celebrating accomplishments and learning from mistakes.